To the wise men, the answer would always be no. Amen. Who said no? You ain't bad. But the answer would always be no. Now, have they ever been wrong? Yes. Will they say they're wrong? No. Amen. So now, let's discuss this.
Okay.
1 Corinthians 31 says, for if we would judge ourselves, we should not be judged. All right? Now, you keep that thought in mind as we're going forward. Our words saying, I am clean without transgression. I am innocent. Neither is there iniquity in me. That's self-righteousness. This is what Job was saying when the thing was happening to him. And he was saying, I'm clean without transgression. Is that anybody clean without transgression? No. But in his own eyes, he was clean. And he said, I'm innocent. Neither is there iniquity in me. There's iniquity in all of us. And iniquity is a word that seems like a big word. The root word You're going to get it. Joshua and those, they had weapons. And God worked with them through their weapons. Now this is the one that most Christian people should know and don't know. When Jesus sent them out, he sent them out by two, and he told them, never offense. There's a whole lot of life. Was thou not made the head of the tribe of Israel? And the Lord anointed thee king over Israel. And the Lord sent thee on a journey and said, go and utterly destroy the sinners, the Amalekites, and fight against them until they be consumed. And Saul said unto Samuel, yea, I have obeyed the voice of the Lord, and have gone the way which the Lord sent me, and have brought Agag, the king of Amalek, and have utterly destroyed the Amalekites. But the people took the spoil, sheep and oxen, the chief of the things which should have been utterly destroyed, to sacrifice unto the Lord thy God in Gilgal. And Samuel said, hast the Lord as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices, as in obeying the voice of the Lord? Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of ram. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. Because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, he has also rejected thee from being king. And Saul said unto Samuel, I have sinned, for I have transgressed the commandment of the Lord and thy words, because I feared the people and obeyed their voice. How many of you think that you can serve God the way God desired for you to serve him? You think you can? You do, Mother Margaret, you think you can too? How come you raise your hand? Okay, so nobody but Sister Field and Sister Mother White think they can serve God the way God would have them to serve him. I know I can. As I read the Bible, I be trying to make excuses for the people. They just couldn't do it. They just could not serve God the way God would have them to serve him. And I think about it. Think about this, especially as African Americans that was enslaved. And this is what these people were, right? ignorant, unlearned, don't know how to do anything. Now, God comes, deliver you. Oh, you glad you this, you that, okay. But then, when he takes you out of there, all you know is what was back there. And quite often, as you read the story, they want to go back there. Why? And this is the thing, the reason a lot of people in church are not saved, and a lot of people won't come and give their life to Christ. God has rules, right? God has rules. And those rules, the people thought that they were just going to go out and go serve God the way they want to serve him, and they weren't going to have to this, they weren't going to have to that. But when God got them out of there, he started teaching them, right, how to serve a holy God. Gave them the 10 Commandments. Keep will with the preachers, some preachers, right? It's about your position. If I wanted to be a bishop, I could give a whole lot of money and make me a bishop. You know you ought to be a bishop, right? Money. Money rules, even the church. It shouldn't, but it does. See, but if you want to serve God, and the Bible talks about money, filthy lucre it calls it. Don't serve God for money. You know, don't seek money. Seek to help people to be saved and to help people to make it their way to heaven by serving God. And serving God is easy when you have a well-made-up mind. But very few of us have a well-made-up mind. My mind is made up until God allows something to happen that we think shouldn't have happened. Then all of a sudden we turn into Job. We want to quit. I did. When God took my wife, my first wife, and I said to him, I said, I did everything you asked of me. Pastoring 2 churches, which I never really wanted to do. I did everything you asked of me. Why did you do me like this? I questioned it. Guess what he said? Anybody think they can say what he said? What did he say, Mother? Absolutely nothing. God knows when the devil is leading you, right? The devil taking advantage of a situation, right? And he's causing you, get you out of character, really. He's causing you to say things you shouldn't say and think things you shouldn't think. But God knows whether it's you or the devil. I'll give you an example of that in the Bible. In Kings, it said, David numbered the people, which was a thing God said, don't do unless I tell you to do. But David numbered the people, even Joab, who he told to number them. He tried to plead, David, this is, however many people it is, they're all under you, you know. But David insisted that he number the people, and God punished him for that. Now that's in Kings. In Chronicles, it says, Satan stood up against Israel and caused David to number the people. See? And God knows, was it you or was it Satan that caused you to do this? That's a good thing. Thank God for being God. Amen. And some people try to use that for an excuse, but you heard what I said. God knows whether it was you or whether Satan influenced you to do that. And it just said in Kings, but when he got to Chronicles, then it said it in Chronicles, that Satan stood up against Israel and caused David to number the people. And you've heard a lot of preachers preach about David, right? Especially when they mess up, right? How that, well, you know, David, he took a man's wife. David had a husband killed, you know, he got 12 to 15 feet tall, right? He saw him go up against him. And there's a story on the television. I called myself trying to watch it about Goliath, because I knew it was going to be about David. And it showed David went out. Goliath had a little servant with him. David beat him down, took his sword and went up, and Goliath beat him down. Goliath beat him down. And ultimately, he did hit him with the stone. And none of that's in the Bible, you know. And when David went out, the Bible said he ran toward Goliath. But you know God is with you, right? How many of you know God is with you? Not just, let me qualify that. Not just because we say it. Not because everybody say, I know God with me. Do you really know God is with you? Now raise your hand. Okay, how?
I say,
quick to go up.
Because I have to get on that bus every morning in the darkness by myself, and I'll be praying. And God make sure I make it to work safe and sound, no harm, hurt, or danger. Ain't came to me yet.
Have you ever faced any danger?
No, sir.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Well, I know that God is with me because my testimonies that I give.
Stand up.
Okay. My testimonies from the incident in the car, you know.
You weren't saved then, were you?
No, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. I was not saved then. And the car accidents that I've been in, you know, just calling on his name.
Or you was calling on his name? Even though
In
you
that
weren't
car
saved?
accident, I was like, God, please don't let me go out like this.
Even though you weren't saved, you
And
were
I
calling on
wasn't
him.
saved.
Okay.
And he brought that, jerked that car back one time I called his, his name.
Oh, time you called his name, he
I was
turned
like,
the car.
God, please let me go out.
The time you said that, he turned the car back. Oh, that's good, man. Come on, be good. Brett.
I believe that if you believe it in your heart, and you truly believe it in your heart, that God is with you in your certain circumstances, and you live to see tomorrow to pray as usual, that's how I believe that God is with you. We're not going to look back on things that should have been, but it's this way. I believe in my heart, and I believe that, if you believe in your heart, so that's because God knows your heart.
So all of these athletes that was behind and they came back and won and they said, I didn't know God was going to break it. So that's what you mean. But they say they didn't know God was going to do this and they athletes.
We talking that, when I say that, for example, you give it, we said, it's truly, I use that as an example, it truly is, walking to that bus stop, your prayer is, and I don't know, I don't want to say it's fear, but I'm saying, in her heart, she truly believes that God keep your hand protection.
See, we know God delivers, right? So because God delivers, does that mean he with you or does that mean he delivered you? I say, we know God delivers. I said, because he delivered, does that mean that he's with you?
Yeah.
So you think the only time God will deliver is he's with you. That he loves you. And he just want to keep you for down the road.
Because it's still a relationship with God. If it's
No, I didn't put all that in it now. I was not necessarily talking about a saved person because she said when she had the accident, she wasn't saved. She just said, God, don't let me go out like that. And the car just immediately stopped, according to her.
And I want to make sure that I'm saying it right, but I know I did say, please don't let me go out like that. I can't remember. Just remember if I said God.
But I'm dwelling on the part where you said the car immediately.
Yeah, and it immediately.
The car just.
Yeah, and it
Just like
ran
that.
into the wall and jerked back because it was going to go flip over.
Okay, so it didn't immediately stop.
Yeah.
It hit a wall.
Well, it was going into the wall, and as it was going, I was like, please don't let me go out like this.
Okay.
I can't. I just want to make sure I'm saying it right.
Okay.
But I know as I was going, it
Did you hit the wall?
and it jerked back.
Did you hit the wall?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it didn't immediately stop.
Well.
But God delivered you.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just trying to help you get it right.
We will make sure I'm
Yeah.
get it right. Because I won't.
See, when it's been a while, when God has delivered us, the facts kind of get a little
Yeah, but I got to
twisted
make
all
sure
up.
I'm saying it right.
The story, God not that technical, about you, whether you get it right or not. He already knows the story, right?
Yeah.
He was there. And he know you trying to get it out. Okay, she forgot that part, but that's all right. My wife tell this story about her getting the kidney. And she said, God said, I got you. She all the time leave out the part where he said, because you're teaching the children the right way they ought to go. Anytime she tell that testimony, she'll leave that part out. See? But that's important, right? That shows that God had her because she was doing what God's pleased with, right? But all the time, it don't have to be God to please with. God knows who's gonna be what, right? And God, like I like got run over by a train. I fell in front of a train. And I went to look see where the train was, shadow of the train. When I was talking to him about my wife, why you take my wife? Why you do this? And I was walking one day, and the devil was leading me. And I didn't know it. You know, you're hurt. But he said, I'm not to them of a broken heart and a contrite. And I said, a thought come in my mind. If he had a wife, she died, he'll just raise her back up. I said, you had a wife, she died, you just raise her back up. Different thing, he would put it, I would say it. He would say it, I would say it. I didn't realize that I was saying something because he got me going now, and I'm following him, right? So he said something, and I said, I ain't saying that. You know, just like that. And then I said, Lord, forgive me, right? Immediately, it shocked me back into reality. I said, I ain't saying that because they're always trying to get you to curse God or something like that. We have to be careful. And self-righteousness will get you in hell. It won't get you in heaven. You know, when you think that you're right, you think that I deserve this, we don't deserve nothing from God. Everything we deserve, we have. And so many of us. But he promised that he'll take care of me. As he promised account of the dressing, silk, or nothing. He didn't promise you. He said food, clothes, and shelter. If you're out of the rain, you got food to eat and clothes to wear, he has fulfilled his promise that he will give you your heart, he'll supply your needs. Hear a lot of saints talking about, well, I wanted and he didn't give it. I had a young man told me, he said, in the other church, he said, I'm going to stop paying tithes. And I said, why in the world would you do that? It's because I want a truck. He said, that's all I want is a truck. And I asked God for it, and he didn't give it to me. I said, well, just keep on paying the tithes. I said, you'll get the truck. And I think about 6 months later, he called me out of the church. Come here, Pastor, come here, Pastor. I want to show you something. He had gotten that truck. Now, why do you think God gave him that truck? And he probably wouldn't have given it to you. I'm going to tell you because you don't know him. Will spare no one. Why?